What's up gamers, AK Gamers here, and today we are doing a proper breakdown of Bruno Fernandes in eFootball 2026 because this is one of those cards that genuinely splits the community right down the middle. Some players use him and feel like he never quite delivers, others use him and consider him one of the best cards in their entire squad. And the difference between those two experiences almost always comes down to one thing, which is whether you actually understand what this card is built to do and how to use him correctly within your system. So let us go through everything properly, starting with his identity as a card. Bruno is a 108 rated AMF with the creative playmaker playstyle, and that playstyle is the foundation of everything he does on the pitch. Creative playmaker creates a player who floats intelligently between the lines, who constantly makes himself available for a pass, who gives you an outlet in tight situations, and who finds space in the areas that are hardest for a defense to track and cover. And that constant involvement and availability is what makes him feel so different from other AMFs, because no matter what phase of play you are in, Bruno is always giving you an option, and that quality alone changes how your entire attack functions. Now looking at the stats and starting with passing, which is obviously the core of what he brings, low pass at 94 and lofted pass at 96 are genuinely elite numbers that make every through ball feel sharp and every switch of play feel effortless. And when you add the phenomenal pass skill on top of those numbers, his passing quality in difficult and pressured situations reaches a completely different level, because phenomenal pass specifically enhances the accuracy of passes played under pressure, through tight angles and in fast transitional moments, which means Bruno delivers quality in exactly the situations where most AMFs start to make mistakes, and that is what separates him from the rest of the options at his position. His ball control at 94, dribbling at 90 and tight possession at 93 give him a smoothness on the ball that feels clean and reliable. He is not a player you use to run skill moves past defenders, but he is absolutely a player who never loses possession unnecessarily, and the magnetic feet skill makes his first touch even tighter under pressure, so you can receive in tight spaces, turn and release the pass before a defender can close the window. And his offensive awareness at 91 means he is always moving intelligently into space rather than standing still and waiting. Combined with acceleration at 93, he gets into those positions quickly enough to be a consistent threat without being purely pace dependent. The shooting side of Bruno may be underestimated, but finishing at 90, kicking power at 92 and curl at 88 make him a real goal threat from outside the penalty area, and makes him so hard to defend against, because if an opponent drops off and gives him space he will shoot and score, but if they press him aggressively he will play through the press with a through ball, and that unpredictability means defenders are always making a difficult choice when the ball arrives to Bruno in advanced areas. For progression, the setup that gets the most out of this card is dribbling at 10, passing at 8, dexterity at 8, lower body strength at 8 and shooting at 6. This distribution builds directly on what Bruno already does rather than trying to change his profile. It maximizes his ball control, pushes his passing quality even further, improves his movement and responsiveness, gives him enough physical resistance to stay competitive, and makes him more reliable in front of goal when the opportunity arrives. In terms of his weaknesses, physical contact at 74 means he is not winning battles against strong defenders, so avoid putting him in situations that require him to hold up play physically, and his defensive numbers mean he is not contributing in the pressing or ball-winning phase. But if you play structured possession-based football with quick combinations and intelligent movement, those weaknesses become largely irrelevant, because he is never in those situations to begin with. And in the current meta, where fast transitions and incisive passing define how the best players attack, Bruno fits perfectly, because he speeds up your play without forcing rushed decisions and makes every player around him better by consistently finding them in dangerous positions. So if you play him in the right system with the right understanding, he is without question one of the most complete and effective AMFs available in eFootball 2026 right now. Hit like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.